A lot of things I place in my animations are actually translated from what I felt growing up. Hi guys, I'm Shar and this is Game8 Connect. The whole YouTube thing was actually kind of an accident. I didn't mean to like start anything on YouTube. I was actually just your average Twitter user. And then I started like posting animations on Twitter. But obviously with like how Twitter is, your work will eventually like go down and down the timeline. People won't see it anymore. So me putting my work on YouTube was mostly just for archiving, for like the people who do follow me on Twitter who want to see this animation again. They don't have to ask me, hey Shar, how do I find this again? And then I'll have to like dig through my timeline because like I post a lot of trash. So to like avoid that, I was just like, yeah, I'll just post it on like YouTube for archival purposes. And then like out of nowhere, people just started watching my stuff. I don't know how they found me. I was like just hiding in this little corner and like a bunch of people suddenly found me. It was really scary at first, but I do feel incredibly grateful about it. It's like a big blessing. I've been able to like collaborate with companies and I've been able to like become friends with a lot of people I respect. And it's also allowed me to continue pursuing animation, which is something I didn't think was going to happen because I was like ready to be an office worker for the entirety of my life. I'm a long-term planner. So I've had my life like planned out, like go to university, learn computer science, become like a software developer or something, and then like earn a salary and like live life essentially. Maybe I'll do art as a hobby. It was a happy surprise. It was a happy accident. It's kind of crazy because this was a pipe dream for me. Yeah, I did mention that I chose engineering over art school because I did need a way to like keep my family financially secure. And it's kind of crazy how like this whole animation hobby has now become something I do get paid for. It's something that I do for work now. And I'm really grateful for it. I'm super, super grateful for the people who watch and support me because now I'm at a place where I'm doing work I'm really happy about, or like at least I enjoy. Not a lot of people have that opportunity. So I'm super, super grateful about it. My biggest fear back then was, what if I stop enjoying the things I do? And what if people don't like this one? Or like, what if they get disappointed? I think it's something all artists kind of face. So I guess it took me a while to like overcome these feelings. I remember there were times when my YouTube channel was kind of picking up on subscribers, and there were times I really didn't want to post anything, or like I would abandon a project midway because I felt like people wouldn't like it, or like, oh no, this is like not what I usually post. What if people start hating me? So I think any sudden influx of viewers would intimidate anyone. Over the years, I've come to realize that, you know, it's okay to like pursue the things you enjoy. And the work that comes from my own personal passions and excitement usually produces like my best works, at least to me. And I personally know, like, I know that not everyone's going to enjoy my work, and that's okay because different content does have like different audiences. And I enjoy what I have with my audience a lot, and I'm happy they enjoy watching because I do enjoy creating those as well. So overall, like, I'm really lucky to be in this situation. I'm lucky also to have parents who support me. They're not the typical Asian parent would like ask you to stay in engineering and stay in your software development job. My parents do like encourage me. They're like, oh, I'm glad that you are finding something that works for you. The support that they have for like my passions is like a big factor into why I'm so grateful for the situation I'm in right now. Sometimes my brother helps me animate, actually. I do credit him like in some of my animations. He does help with cleanup. I think it's kind of crazy that he's willing to like go that far to help me, which is cool. So I guess it's a no-brainer. My first one's gonna be Breath of the Wild, definitely. It was my very first foray into the Zelda franchise. I watched the trailer for Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't know anything about the Zelda franchise. I loved the teaser so much that I opened commissions just so I could be able to like afford a Switch and buy Breath of the Wild. That was the first time I ever did that. I was like really, really encouraged. I don't know why. There was just something about the teaser that made me feel like, oh, I need to know what the previous game is like because the next game looks really, really cool. And I don't regret it. I had the flu actually when I got the game. So I was a week off school and I just played the game the entire week I was off school. So the second one is Dragon Nest. It's an action-adventure MMO, and I used to play it with a lot of my close friends back in high school. The art is really cute. I think that's something you'll find similar to like all the games I play. I really like the cute art, and the combat mechanics are super good. The storyline is also really interesting. It was a time where MMOs were more of the grind fest, so it was nice to see another cute MMO come out, and then they have like this entire lore out here, and there are cutscenes, and you can experience the cutscenes with your friends. I really enjoyed that. And I used to gush about it all the time when I was a teenager. I wouldn't stop talking about it. I wouldn't stop posting about it. I told all my friends, hey, you gotta play with me. We have to play this game together. It's so fun. And it also like changed my art style a lot. I remember I really loved the concept artists. So I kept trying to be like them. And then the last game would probably be Guild Wars 2. I've spent a couple hundred hours playing that game. It's another MMO. It was the first game that I liked so much that I spent money on it. It's a free game. You can spend money on the expansions. And all my friends, they were like, oh, Shar, you're playing this game, right? We can all play together. And we're also getting the expansions. So I was like, oh no, I have to get the expansions too because you guys are getting the expansions. So I bought it, I played it, and I enjoyed it for a really, really long time. I bought it with my own money. That was crazy. I was like in the 11th grade. I wasn't making any significant money at that time apart from like little part-time jobs. So it's really special to me. It was released like over 10 years ago, but it still holds up really well to this day. The community is also really good. That's one of the things I really like about Guild Wars 2. The MMORPG community, like in most cases, not very nice. But the community in Guild Wars 2, if you ask for help in an event, someone will come. And maybe if you ask, they will also like explain like the entire concept of that event to you. Oh, this is this event and this is the lore behind it and this is what you have to do. You can stick by me and we can do the event together. And like if you die, which is like a really common event in this game, like if you fall off a ledge, you'll just die. If a passerby comes by, they'll resurrect you 100%. The community is so nice. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I played it for so long. Usually ideas come to me at like the unholy hours of the night. So maybe like it's 3 a.m. And then I don't know what divine intervention happens, but like an idea pops up, right? I think it's because I tend to like daydream before I sleep. I have all of these thoughts and then suddenly I'm like, oh no, I have to type it down at the very least, or I'll just like go straight to my computer and then I'll start storyboarding it. It comes out kind of like a burst of passion. Like I have to do this now or else I'll forget it. When I'm lucid again, I'll start working on it. And it's after that, it's really all just like a matter of staying motivated enough to finish it. There are web animations like A Day Before Us from Studio Lico. They're a big inspiration to me. And I guess real life is also kind of a big inspiration. I had a pretty dramatic high school life and I tended to dwell on a lot of my high school experiences before. And a lot of things I place in my animations are actually translated from what I felt growing up. Stuff like having crushes, being an awkward teenager, and like going through the mundane parts of adulthood. Stuff that, you know, a lot of people my age probably feel. I think placing like these real life feelings and translate them into my animations make it feel more human. I feel like an alien saying that, but but it does make it feel like it's more relatable, it's more human, it's more personable, and that's the kind of feeling I want people to have when they watch my stuff. There are kind of two ways that I alleviate it now. I mean, burnout especially. I mean, it's really important you don't go into burnout. Prevention is like the best medicine, right? What I would do before when I did get burnt out, there would be times I would just scroll through my favorite artists' feeds, or like I'd watch like my favorite artists' animations. Sometimes like when you just scroll through all of these amazing people's artwork. There's like some spark inside that tells you, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I want to be just like them. I want to be at their level. So I should try drawing again. Because the problem with burnout is like once it hits, it's really hard to like get out because you're in that slump. There's like a slump where you're just, I'm not as good as I think I am. I don't know where I'm going. I'm kind of lost in what I'm doing. I guess going back to the things that inspire you is something that does help with the burnout if you are experiencing burnout. But obviously prevention is the best. So how do you prevent it? You rest. You do the Pomodoro and the calendaring. You find your mandatory rest breaks. If you don't do that, it weighs on you, you know, when you're working and you're working and you're working. After you work through all of that and you're not done yet, you kind of just feel, what am I doing? So it's important to like stay healthy, like eat well, drink a lot of water, get some exercise, take breaks. It's important to be kind to yourself. Surround yourself with people who love you and you take a break every once in a while. I think that's the best way to go about it. I think especially in a highly technological world right now, we're like in a very fast-paced era. A lot of things we do are kind of compartmentalized. We have like, oh, this is work, and then this is spend time with family, and then this is whatever, right? And we start boxing ourselves into like this little echo chambers of like just us. And I think what art is able to do, it's able to connect you with like other people and how they perceive the world. So it might be something that you find relatable. Maybe it's something you don't find relatable, but like it expresses it in a way where you understand and you can appreciate how other people view the world. So I think it's really cool how you can express yourself in this way and kind of like make another person's day, make them smile, maybe make them nostalgic, maybe make them think about happier times in their lives, or maybe make them think about sad times in their lives. And there's just this emotional power that comes with art and music in general that I think is really powerful. I feel like without art, we wouldn't be like human. I mean, like how different would we be from like machines and robots if we didn't have like this kind of color in our lives, if we didn't have like this connection to other people that wasn't just like an internet connection or like work or whatever. We need this medium to like continue expressing and connecting with one another. For me, the goal I want to achieve is I want to be able to make interactive stories and maybe lean towards the game industry more. Games hold a really special place in my heart since I did grow up playing a lot of RPGs with my parents. Films are great. They're really great. I love how films can express so many emotions, but there's also something about being involved and immersed in a story of one of the characters in that setting that I really enjoy. I want people to experience the happiness and excitement that I experience when I play games like that. And I guess in the end, it's more about, just sharing those experiences and like sharing the joy of being in that experience. As people, we can't experience everything in the world. We don't know how other people might feel, and we can't live another person's life, essentially. So this is kind of like an entryway into letting people experience different parts of the world, different cultures, and different experiences. So I would like to lean more into that. It's a dream I'm trying to segue into a reality. I have been working on small game projects. So a pet project I've been working on is this heavily animated visual novel, which focuses on my country, the Philippines. So like it's a chill, cozy type of visual novel. I work on it by myself during my free time. And there's also a game I made with friends last year, and we're planning to revamp it and hopefully release a demo for it the first quarter of 2024. So it's going to be a deck builder. It's going to be silly. And it's a lot of work, but being able to see things fall into place after drawing and like developing them, it's really fulfilling, and being able to share it with friends is definitely making it an even better experience for me. Since it's a visual novel, I'm basing it off of recent feeling I have had. The story is about a girl who's just graduated. She goes back to her hometown, so her province, It's a little municipality in the Philippines. She goes back there because her friend says, hey, if you're gonna come back, maybe you want to like volunteer for this library fair. Maybe we can like go back and like experience it together. And then there you meet several friends. Maybe you can pursue romances. And like all the different friends, they're like on different phases of their lives. Some of them have also just graduated. One of them is like a childhood friend you've met in that municipality when you were in elementary school. Some other people are like struggling to like finish their degrees. Some other people are taking their doctorate. Some other people are already working. So you can choose to like just experience the characters trying to find herself. What does she want to do now that she's graduated? Does she want to pursue more studies? Does she want to just go work? Maybe she wants to pursue other dreams. So it's more of, I don't know if you guys are aware of like the visual novel Our Life by GB Patch Games, but I really like their feeling of coziness. You're not forced to do anything. You're just in this character's experience like throughout the world. Like you grow up with supportive people around you. You see the problems of other people. You have your own problems. And how will you interact with these problems and how will you try to solve them? It's not going to be anything like crazy because a lot of visual novels I play do place you in like precarious situations like, oh no, you've lost your memory. I do want to just give like the experience of, you know, the mundanity of post-college life. I'm definitely going to be posting more. As I've said earlier, I do have a lot more time now since I'm always at home. I do have a lot more time to venture into more videos. I have a lot of things planned out. So aside from like the games I've mentioned before that I'm working with friends and another game I'm working on by myself. And also aside from like my recent Animate With Me series, which is something I want to continue. I do hope to like upload a few lightly animated gameplay videos. So like the Genshin one I released recently and maybe a few vlogs, and I'm hoping to be able to at least post once a month from now, from like posting once a year to maybe we can upgrade to once a month at the very least. These videos are pretty personal to me. I mean, like I put a lot into these videos because I do want to show how I feel and like express my most genuine self. So I'm hoping like that my channel can be some sort of help to aspiring creatives and kind of like a cozy refuge for people who just want a bit of a break from the constant unrest that's always happening in this world. And if, you know, if my work makes someone smile, then that's great. You know, if they learn something from my work, that's great. And at the end of the day, that's really what I want. I do want to make some sort of impact, even if it's a tiny impact. If I'm able to make someone stay, then like that's all there is to it, essentially. And considering I'm able to make a living off of this now, that's great. I can make people happy, I can make me happy, and then I can make my family happy. We can survive. I think it's a pretty opportune situation. I'm really, really lucky. I'm really, really lucky. I'm grateful. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for watching me ramble. Bye.